I'd like to discuss the difference between a classic foam roller or trigger point foam roller here and then the Hex Pro here. So the number one thing I've noticed with using this myself and with my clients is that the shape of this gives it a lot of benefit. Whereas this being more flat, if I was to roll, it's more or less flattening the muscle. Whereas let's take the quad muscle, for example. If I was to use the Vibe, is that I can actually get this around the contours of the femur bone, which is really beneficial, creating more of a circumferential release. Or I could take the edge of this and get this deep in between the fibers of these muscles. And so this gives you the ability to get much deeper into the system than this does. Secondly is the vibration, is that standard rolling certainly creates some release, as I said, via moving through the tissue, but it's a very one-directional release. And so as I'm rolling this roller through my quad muscles again, is that everything is releasing from the hip down to the knee. Versus when I take the Vibe and I start to do that same release, and you'll actually be able to see the jiggle in my muscles, is that not only is this releasing me in this direction, but the vibration is creating a multi-directional release, which in turn helps the muscles relax even more via the proprioceptive system. Finally, the other thing the Vibe gives you is the ability to get to really hard to reach places. So if I wanted to get this foam roller deep into my hip muscles, my only option would be really to use an edge, which isn't too comfortable for me. Whereas something like the Vibe, even in a sitting position like this, can get under the edge of my hip joint and deep into the back of my trochanter where all the smaller muscles are, and then even provide me some space to still create some movements to get a deeper and better release. So the Vibe really has advantages over the traditional foam roller in almost every aspect.